the title Dream Girl is associated with Hema Malini?
Raj was just thinking about a perfect title. Dream Girl, the OG, the original Hema Malini ji. I can't even say it's a tribute to Hema Malini ma'am because it's a completely outrageous, it's a crazy film.
We last saw him in an action avatar, and in the last over a decade, we have seen him in films that have a social message. This time, however, he's coming back to play a dream girl, a role in which his fans have thoroughly loved him. Please welcome Ayushmann Khurrana.
Thank you, Mugdha. Thank you so much for a beautiful introduction.
Most welcome. And you know, I have loved your trailer. The Dream Girl 2 trailer is amazing. It's rib tickling, like we were just talking about it. Was this expected? Because Dream Girl was a massive hit.
Well, that's what gives you impetus and the confidence to go with the sequel. Because Dream Girl 1 has been the most successful commercial film of mine. It reached the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and we always thought that we should come up with something similar or should reach that benchmark in terms of comedy. So Ekta and Raj always thought about that, and Raj achieved it with his scripting sense and his comic punches. And I'm glad we've reached this stage where people have loved the trailer and they are really anticipating for this film.
But since, you know, Dream Girl was such a massive hit, there's also this expectation from the film. Does that come as sort of a burden?
No, it's of course, if people are expecting, they'll of course usher us to get us a good opening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it always works like that. So it's great that they are having this expectation from this film, because it's Dream Girl 2, double the fun, double the masti and craziness.
Also, you know, the audience, whenever they hear about, you know, Ayushmann Khurrana is coming up with a film, they expect you to do something disruptive. You are, in this film, sort of walking the path of the likes of Kamal Hassan and Govinda, who've played women characters in Chachi 420 and Auntie Number 1. You know, what sort of, how do you see this? Are there any apprehensions of comparisons?
Not at all. I think I can't really compare myself to the legends. Kamal Hassan sir in Chachi 420 was absolutely legendary, so was Govinda sir in Auntie Number 1. So this film is a tribute to the 90s kind of cinema. It is slapstick, it is massy, it's very commercial, it has 5 songs, it just ticks all the right boxes for a commercial 90s kind of cinema. And I think that it's been like 25-30 years that people have not seen a lead actor play a woman on screen. So there was this gap, such a long gap, in every era. You've seen stars playing women,
Yes.
be it Amitabh Bachchan sir or Shashi Kapoor sir, Rishi Kapoor sir, Kishore Kumar sir. So I think we have this legacy of such great actors playing a woman or a cross-dresser. So it was of course challenging, but I'm glad that people are accepting me in this.
But coming to my next question, you said it was challenging. What sort of challenges did you face? What was the toughest part of playing this?
To be a woman is tough.
Yes, it is.
It is. मैं ये बोल चुका हूँ पहले भी कि लड़की बनना मुश्किल है और लड़की होना उससे भी ज़्यादा मुश्किल है. So there is a sense of empathy now even more for women, and apart from that, it's difficult to shoot. Logistically, it was very tough. Practically, in the summers of the hinterland, 45 degrees of heat with humidity in Mathura, with wig, with my makeup, with heavy lehenga, it was just so difficult.
Now you know what the actresses go through.
Absolutely, hats off, total respect. Yeah.
The film also sort of, you know, explores the themes of gender fluidity. How do you see this? What is your take on gender fluidity?
I think the idea is to normalize this. To normalize if a guy wants to dress up like a girl, and vice versa. If you normalize this, I think, and since it's a commercial film,
Yes.
it's massy, it needs to reach to the grassroots level, otherwise you will be just making a film for people who will be already accepting. So we need to reach out to people who are not accepting cross-dressing. But that's not the core issue in the film. It's a comedy film. It's a very light-hearted, fun banter. It is slapstick at the same time. But it, in a way, it normalizes if a man wants to dress up like a woman.
But you know, Ramleela में तो ऐसा ही होता था. The men would play women characters.
That's the character in the film. Karam is an actor. Like he used to play women characters on stage.
Right.
Like in the first film, Dream Girl, he played Sita, Radha, everyone.
yes.
So I think that's what he's done in this film for real now.
Yeah, and this looks amazing, you know. Also, with I want to ask you this: with films like Dream Girl and now Dream Girl 2, also this Hollywood film that recently became a blockbuster hit, which is Barbie. You know, we see an actor like Ryan Gosling, you know, pushing the sort of boundaries of traditional masculinity. So you're doing the same thing, and you have been doing this consistently. How do you think that, you know, how do you see this, and how is challenging masculine stereotype good for men?
I think it's good for the society in general. The female gaze is very important. Like the hyper masculinity or the toxic masculinity is very, very toxic for the society. I think it's not right, and at the same time, I think if there's more female gaze, the society will be more progressive, and you have to just, you know, energize your feminine side and look at the society with that perspective. You'll have more empathy. So I guess it's very important.
What with the kind of, you know, I would say the kind of negative comments that come somebody's way if somebody is gender fluid? How do you deal with that?
I don't know. I think till the time you have that empathy and your intention is right, you don't have to get worked up, and reach out to that person privately, if not on a social platform, and try to explain your stand and understand that person's stand. Otherwise, it just becomes a debate and goes in a loop.
Also, you know, Dream Girl 2 is like a casting coup. There's Paresh Rawal, there's, you know, Anu Kapoor. How did this come about? I mean, how did this casting coup?
I think there's a buffet of like great comedy kings in the film. The stakes are higher this time. We already had great cast with Anu Kapoor sir,
Yes.
with Manjot Singh, Abhishek Banerjee, Vijay Raz, and now we have Paresh Rawal sir, Rajpal Yadav sir, Asarani sir, Seema Pava. So there's an
The
array
line
of
of
amazing actors, and they just fill up the screen with crazy comic punches.
I want to talk about the title Dream Girl is associated with Hema Malini. So, was that the idea behind?
Raj was just thinking about a perfect title, and Dream Girl came up, and we thought it's a great title because, of course, she's the eternal Dream Girl, the OG, the original Hema Malini ji. So I can't even say it's a tribute to Hema Malini ma'am because it's a completely outrageous, it's a crazy film. So, but she's the germ of the word Dream Girl.
Yes, yes. Now, Pooja and Dream Girl has become synonymous with, like, it has a lot of pop culture, you know, impact. How do you see this influence?
It's great because the first film was so much fun that it just became like there are a lot of memes around Dream Girl and it's fun watching them because it just shows the success of the first film and how excited they are for the second one. So it's kind of a compliment, it's a great validation from people online.
Since you say validation, how much validation is sort of required, or for an actor, how much validation matters?
It comes from the success of the film. It comes from also your friends and critics, from reviewers, from awards. So I think it really depends on you.
Box office numbers?
100%. I think your box office numbers or commercial success of a film maybe helps you to do your kind of work, like your kind of cinema. Like the success of Badhai Ho and Bala would have ushered me to do a film like Article 15. If those films are not successful, Article 15 wouldn't have gotten that kind of leverage, because if you have that box office might, you can do your kind of film, you can do films which are very different, can be more experimental, and it's good for cinema, I guess. And validation is very important. An actor cannot operate in isolation.
Right.
Any artist cannot operate in isolation.
Right. Since you just spoke about doing original cinema, original content, validation and stuff, so you have been someone who's not done any remakes, and this is a time when a lot of the biggest of stars are doing remakes. Is it like a conscious choice?
I love original stuff. I love to do films which are clutter breaking out of the box and they are like novel at the ideation level. And there are a lot of remakes in the south of my films, like
Yes.
Andhadhun was remade,
Vicky Donor.
and Vicky Donor, Article 15, Badhai Ho, action hero, people asking for the rights. So I think it's it's great that people are doing that, but original content really excites me more.
But how do you see this influence? Like now there's sort of the lines are blurring. You telling me that people are asking for action hero rights. So, how do you see this blurring of lines between cinemas across India?
I think it's a great cultural mix now. It's beyond culture, it's beyond language, it's beyond region. People are watching K-pop, they listen to K-pop, they are watching Korean dramas. So I think it's Turkish dramas. So it's just amazing that how it's irrespective of language, culture, or whatever that people are watching content. I think it's all started with Andhadhun, where it made huge business in China. So it's amazing that it's happening like that, but I don't understand the remakes. If you don't have your own take with that content piece, I think there's no point doing a remake.
Would you want to headline something down south?
Would love to, but again, it comes from the language that by default you can act better and improvise better in the language you think.
That's true.
So of course, I would love to do something down south, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's challenging for sure, but I would love to.
But this entire concept of pan-India films is like
that's why there are collaborations now. Like if you see Pushpa, for example, that's also a collaboration. We just see South as a homogeneous entity, but it's not. Like there's Fahad Fazil in Pushpa as a villain, but he's a Malayali actor. Then Allu Arjun is a Telugu actor. So that's also cross culture. It's not just South. It's Telugu and Malayalam mix.
Right. Coming back to Dream Girl 2, what does Dream Girl 2 have that Dream Girl did not have?
The look of Pooja. Dream Girl 1 was only the voice. This time you see Pooja in real flesh and blood. So it's more exciting, it's more challenging, it's more fun.
How did Tahira react to this?
She anyways finds me beautiful, so I don't know.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Ayushmann, for doing this. I hope this becomes as a next blockbuster hit for you.
Thank you, Mukta. Thank you so much.
It is amazing speaking to you once again.
Thank you.